Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Chananya Tankeng. My nickname is Cartoon number 19, form 4/8. Today, I'm gonna talk about the differences and similarity between Thailand and New Zealand. Let's go! First, I'm gonna tell you about the differences national animal between Thailand and New Zealand. I'm gonna talk about New Zealand. In New Zealand, the national animal is kiwi bird. This bird is very small, not have tail, have a long mouth. They like to live in the nature. Let's go to see Thailand, the national animal in Thailand. And I gonna talk about the national animal in Thailand. The national animal in Thailand is elephant. Elephant is the hot animals in Thailand. They have a big ears, long trunks, and have a small eye, and have a gray body. You can see this animal in Thailand. Every zoo in Thailand have this animal. You can see them. Second, I'm gonna talk about the differences climate between Thailand and New Zealand. I'm gonna talk about the differences climate in New Zealand. In New Zealand, we have 4 seasons. It's winter, autumn, summer, and spring. We will go to see in Thailand. And I'm gonna talk about the differences climate in Thailand. In Thailand have only 3 seasons. It have summer, winter, and rainy seasons. It have only 3. Let's go to see the next differences between Thailand and New Zealand. The third one, I'm gonna talk about the differences culture traditional food between Thailand and New Zealand. And I'm gonna talk about traditional food in New Zealand. The traditional food in New Zealand is roast lamb. This one is roast lamb. This one is the pork or something else, and have the ingredients here. Next is seafood. This one is a shrimp, crab, and I'm not sure what is this. And the third one I'm gonna show you is morangi hangi. Is the food that have this one. I'm not sure that is chicken or something. And this one is french fry and have mayonnaise and tomatoes. Next, we're gonna go to see Thailand traditional food. Hi, I'm gonna talk about Thailand traditional food. In Thailand, traditional food, people have to try this one is Tom Yam Goong. Tom Yam Goong is taste very good and is very spicy. We have a big shrimp on Tom Yam Goong soup. Is very good if you taste it. Next one is Som Tam. We put papaya, tomato, and egg and we put a dry shrimp in this one. If you come to Thailand, you have to taste this one. Next one is Pad Thai. Pad Thai is very good. We put the noodle and shrimp and some egg, and we have to put bean, yellow bean. If you come to Thailand, you have to try this one. It tastes very good. Next, we will see the another differences. Let's go. Fourth, I'm gonna talk about the differences holiday and festival between Thailand and New Zealand. And I'm gonna talk about New Zealand festival. The first one in New Zealand festival is balloon over Wikato. This one is a balloon that in Thailand don't you cannot see the balloon like this that have turtle balloons or something else. And this one is the example of balloon over Waikato. Next, we're gonna see the differences of Thailand. of festival and holiday. Next, I'm gonna talk about holiday and festival in Thailand. This one is Chinese New Year in Thailand. We have to celebrate in 31. This year we celebrate on 31 January. In Chinese New Year, the older people or your parents will give your ang pao that we call the money in the red envelope. You will get the money. The next festival is Songkran Day. Songkran Day, we have to spread the water to another people. And the last one is Loi Krathong Day. We have to make a krathong and we put it in the river. Next, I'm gonna talk about the attitude to drink alcohol between Thailand and New Zealand. This is similarity problems. In Thailand and New Zealand have drinking alcohol is the same similarity in between Thailand and New Zealand. The next one, the similarity between Thailand and New Zealand is selling the brand name bags or shirt or makeup or something in brand. Thank you.